It's already been through here twice. It's looking for me. We have to get away before it comes back.
This wasn't a normal herd.
They're not dead in any sense that makes sense. It takes an impact to the cranium to stop them, which means the brain is alive. If it's alive, it can change. Maybe it can start to remember things too, like how to talk.
What?
Ever since that big end credit scene at the end of World Beyond, I've always asked the question, when are we next going to see this new variant of Walker? It now actually makes loads more sense why the CRM would want a cure, because it's a massive threat to have this type of actual monster. Even if somehow they didn't even know about this variant themselves, we now know it's a lot more necessary that they do find some kind of cure. Before we get into this video, make sure you subscribe so that you're the first to see my videos. I found out that it's actually scientifically proven that you're more like Nicholas if you don't subscribe, because if you look at the formula of probability, it says that Nicholas is most likely to do something like that, but if you actually subscribe, you're more like Rick. That's scientifically proven. And make sure you join the official Discord. The link is in the did I piss myself, or is that just the drip? It's the drip. I haven't pissed myself since last week actually, so a bit of a cheeky one that. We saw at the end of World Beyond in that last episode, Dr. Leo Bennett, the dad of Hope and Iris Bennett. I hate them. They did manage to put his plan to work and slowly erode and decay a walker, but of course that's going to need stuff done to it. That's going to do anything against fast walkers, because even this slow walker was tied up, and I think the idea itself is stupid. But obviously it's just the start of a potentially much bigger plan that will go towards the end of this variant, or the virus overall. But I wanted to talk about it more in today's video. In part 3 of season 11 there's got to be some kind of lead on Rick, making all of the characters that knew him somewhat aware of him in some way, finally answering that big storyline of Daryl looking for him. That's something that just hasn't been answered to yet. And even though the universe itself will go on after the main show, like we know, the shows, the movies, that's all good, I think it's really important that the main show's end, its story is definitive and there's something conclusive about it, even if there's a big cliffhanger. And because Daryl stayed in the show and a big part of him stepping up as leader was to do with him losing Rick, I think that's something that needs to be tied up with a lead on him. And so with the end credit scene of World Beyond showing something so big, so close to the end of the main show, what if that big lead is this new variant? That's how the CRM make their full introduction into the main show, and how all of the characters are made aware of it. And what's so exciting and interesting about it is Andrew Lincoln is filming the first Rick movie this year, likely this summer and spring, when the final part of the season will be filming. No, like, he actually said that. We heard this mysterious unnamed French scientist character actually say that the other part of the team responsible for the virus were in Ohio when the breakout happened. In the comics, the Commonwealth are from Ohio, yet in the show, our only mention of Ohio is that that's where this team was when it started. Back when there was very little information on the CRM, where we didn't even know its name, it was widely assumed that this was just a remix of the Commonwealth, that instead of the Commonwealth, we would have the CRM. And I still think that's a remix that happened, but we still get this smaller version of the Commonwealth in the show, with the CRM being that bigger civilization, a much darker version where the CRM are aware of a new variant. It's no coincidence that the music that played when this woman returned as a new variant of Walker is extremely similar to the one we heard in the Rick Grimes movie teaser. We've already spoke about the possibility of Lance knowing about Rick or the CRM, which basically would explain why he's helping Yumiko and that small group, being so quick to get Alexandra on their side to help Rick and or the CRM. He doesn't have to know about Yumiko or Princess, because Rick literally doesn't know they exist yet, but he'd just know that Alexandra was on their radar, which would explain why he was giving them such special treatment. He almost seemed too nice. It was weird. It's one of a few things they would actually use as a lure of the CRM to the main show. If Lance knows about them, that's the very thing that's going to bring them to the main show in the final episode. That's what the lead will be. That's what makes it so scary. If this new variant is the lead that's going to happen at the end of the show, it would mean this end credit scene wasn't just a foreshadowing of the Rick movies and what he's going to have to deal with. It was a warning. Now what this scene did was show an example of this new variant. This is one of the first ones, and actually one of the people that created the virus in the first place. This scene took place in France. This is showing where it started and where this variant variant actually is. For all we know, the whole of France is covered with this fast type of zombie. The reason for this variant to even end up in the US, because we haven't actually seen it at all, apart from this end credit scene, is because of the CRM. Or at least it's safe to assume that, because they're the only ones we've seen with even nearly enough gas and supplies to do that. It could quite literally turn out that the reason it's in the US is because of some random person getting on a boat and happened to end up at the US. They could have gone to Iceland or something, could they? They had to go to where fucking Rick is. But again, with this happening so close to the end of the show, notice how they even had a World Beyond air at the same time as Fear. They've timed things really carefully to the point the end of the main show is at a really weird place. It's even weird that Andrew Lincoln said he was going to film last year, but they're actually doing it this year now. Things have changed, where things are being timed at a weird time of year. Even after 11B ends, we've got 7B of Fear. World Beyond finished to show this end credit scene at a certain time, so it's being set up that something will happen at the end of the main show, and not just a conclusive, definitive, satisfying ending. So I'm weirdly excited for the end of the main show, because like I've said before, it's just gonna start more shows after this. I do think they've got to show something about Rick, because it is his show, it's that simple. And all facts aside, how cool would it be if at the end of the main show you think it's some happy ending, fast walkers come out, Daryl, Negan, Maggie, they're all looking out, and you see them running at Alexandria, the Commonwealth struggles to take them all out, loads of people are getting killed, the CRM come and save the day, and even they struggle, and it sets everything up as the Rick movie used to be, where the CRM actually find out about this new variant, which would of course include Rick, and from there, it would essentially show what the real battle is, what the real fight is, and we'd see the main show characters react to it before we see the CRM react to it, even though we know by logic they should be the first to see it. The movies are set over the course of 7 years. Just how cool would that be? I've seen a lot of people don't like it. They think it's bad writing that there's new variant. Mate, it's so cool. It's just exciting. What's not cool about a new zombie? Everyone needs to lighten up a bit, I think. The Walking Dead has played realistically for so long now. Why not have a bit of fun? Insert this new Walker that makes so much sense because they're going into how it even started. It's a new variant, but it's from the source of which the virus came from, so it's just really cool. It's an addition, not a replacement. What do you think about it though? Explain to me why you like it or why you dislike the idea of this new variant. And when do you think we're next gonna see it? Do you think there's gonna be some kind of lead on Rick at the end of the main show? Comment what you think down below. And of course, if you enjoyed the video, then make sure you press the like button. It actually helps me out. And we'll get this video seen by more people. Or you could dislike it. If you liked it, like it. If you disliked it, dislike it. Either way, it helps, so thank you. Miserable fun. And make sure you check my other ones out. Check out this one where I break down the official trailer for 11B, where we talk about Herschel's plan to kill Negan and the disappearance of Stephanie, which leads to more about the CRM at the Commonwealth. It all stems from Eugene finding out about it. Go and check out this video where I was playing DayZ live and someone joined my game and pretended they were Rick Grimes.
I got some tablets for you. Oops, I just ate it on accident.
You fucking junkie. Are you ready for this, Rick? God, I like such a
I'm gonna feed you some Pepsi. Can't have you dying.
I actually can't die. You ignored me. Rick? He's run off.
Actually, I'll try and make some rags. Cut your hands again.
Yeah. Oh, that's what you were saying. You were making me rags. Sorry, you cut out for a minute.
I'll try and make some rags.
Wait. Come back.
Got you some shotgun shells for that shotgun.
Oh, nice, thanks.
I think you can unlock some stuff with it. I'm not sure. I've never used them keys before.
Speak! So your name's Steffi. You're giving me a Steffi. Get some... Right. You just embarrassed me.
Yes. Hi. My name is Steffi.
Been shot, Mads. Been shot.
I will put your head onto the ground if you don't tell me what your name is.
Someone shot me.
Wait, you got shot?
Don't know where. Yeah, someone shot me.
Are you doing this, you little... She's a fucking decoy. You bastard. Trying to get us killed, is that what it is? What are you hiding? Tell us. With your fucking shorts on. She's got a knife! Nah, bye.